Hey guys, welcome back to Vince Custom. So I'm doing sort of an update video on this Coolsin portable AC unit. I had a little bit of a trouble with it, but it's all worked out now. So I'm going to kind of show you how everything is set up for my cooling in the summer and heating in the winter. I know this is kind of a little bit of an ass backwards process. When I got the house, I probably should have put like a split unit or something in here, but at the time when I bought the house, I didn't think that I was going to be doing statues full time and becoming part of the garage as my business. But as things came and worked, I just kind of updated and upgraded and did stuff. So anyway, if you saw my last video, I got this Coolsin portable AC unit because I just needed to get the garage cool going forward because I couldn't handle anymore. I guess maybe just getting older, being in the garage at like 110 degrees just with a fan. I decided that it was time to actually get something in the garage and do. Now the only problem is, if you saw my last video, I have this circuit breaker back there, which is like two fuse. It's like the old circle fuse with a little white button, and sadly that runs a line going here and then it runs a line going here. And the problem is when I was plugging in this AC unit into this line over here, it was tripping. It didn't trip on a cooler day. Like if it was like 81 degrees out, it didn't trip the breaker. But when it was like 98 degrees out and the garage was like 110 and I kicked it on, it just friggin', after 20 minutes it would just flip. And then I would put it back on and in 15 minutes it would flip. And it got to the point where it just kept tripping the breaker too much, and I realized that was too dangerous. So I just said, screw it, I have to come up with a better plan. So I haven't really used it this much in the past, like, month since I got it. Because I can't keep tripping the breaker and I'm just worried. So I have a client who is now a good friend of mine. I asked him, I said, do you know anything about 30 amp wires and like stuff? Can I plug this unit into? He said, no, you got to get like a sub panel. I was like, shit. He's like, well, why don't I come down and just do it for you? I was like, do you know how to do it? He said, yeah. And he said his neighbor is a electrician. So I said, hey, if you're willing to come down and help me, you know, I'll appreciate it. And I help him with a lot of stuff. So he's like, yo, you help me with all my sculpts and everything. He's like, well, come down and we'll help you out. So over here, if you've seen the last video I've done a long time ago, I have my heater. Now this is called the hot one, and this is absolutely an amazing garage heater because you click that on, it gets hot and it blows the hot air in. And this has to have a 30 amp wire though. So when I did this around 2020, right before the lockdowns, before any of that shit hit the fan. I contacted an electrician who was like in the area, and he was just starting out, so he was willing to do smaller jobs. So I got him to run a 30 amp wire also with a wire to my panel so I could do a generator. So the problem is I had that 30 amp wire, and that would not be able to work with this AC unit because if you did some kind of adapter, it could blow out your AC, you know. So I asked my friend, and he said, hey, what I'll do is I'll come down, we'll get a panel, and we'll basically splice it where the 30 amp wire will work with your AC unit in the summer and it'll work with your heater in the winter. So this is the panel he did for me, and he did a really great job on this. It's friggin' awesome. He just actually left a little while ago, so I figured let me get the video started. So as you can see, he's got the breakers in there. So what I do is, the breaker is off for the heater now, but the breaker is up for the AC unit that we have running over there, and I'll show you that wire in a second. But now in the winter time, I'll swap the breakers, and I could turn on my my heater whenever I want to. And it's actually even better too. I like this a lot now because I was always worried about this heater being plugged in even when it's not on, because I have a fear that, you know, I could sit there and have the heater on by accident, and then I could go to sleep at night or something and it's just on all night long. So now I have a switch over here where I could just kind of flip the switch, flip it on whenever I want to turn it on off, and just double check instead of unplugging it all the time. So what he did too is he spliced the wires or whatever he did inside. He ran the yellow wire, which is a little bit lower voltage, and now we ran that wire over here. And now, as you can see, I got my extension cord plugged into the AC unit, and it's been running now for, I just tested it for like a good hour and a half, and it's still running fine. It's actually cooled up the garage a hell of a lot, and I'm actually really impressed on how well now it's cooled up for running for like an hour. So I have a great system now for what I need to do. But The only downside though is the way this is venting out up here. So we're going to do a different vent. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to come up with. I asked my friend who does woodworking if he had a scrap of wood. So he had this scrap of wood he didn't want anymore, so he gave it to me. And I'm going to come up with a system up there where I can open up the door for that vent up there, because I don't want to rip up the door and cut it. I'm going to set it up where I can put this piece here. I can click this in and out during like the summer, pop it out and cover this up. And then in the summertime, pop it off and click that on. So this way I can vent out the exhaust for the AC unit. And then what I'll do is on the other side of the plank of wood, I'll cut a little hole so I can use my primer thing. So you can see my primer station. You can see this vent I have going up there. So both of them go up there to that vent that's up there. You probably can't see it right now. I'll get it closer. And I'm going to set this up better. So, because what was happening is, it's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can get the camera up here. So you can kind of see like the vent that's there, right? I put a towel in there because what was happening is I was getting a blowback. And you could probably see a little bit better underneath here. So you can kind of see I did a little bit of a blowback going on. So I'm going to come up with a better system for this unit. So this way I'll have both venting out, and then this, I don't have to cut that door or anything, because I don't want to cut that door because it's a nightmare to get up there and try to fix it up and everything. So that's what we're going to do next. But this is just to show you guys on how I cool my garage for doing statue work and also heating it. So everything is coming together. I still call it the poor man's setup, where I'm not spending a crazy amount of money. So it's working out pretty good. So let me get this wood all lined up and everything. We'll cut our holes, we'll get everything situated, and hopefully I can get this plank of wood up there and I don't have to worry anymore about any of this stuff, and I can get back to work. Okay, so as you saw the pictures, I'm working on a panel. It's not perfect, but the problem I was thinking is when I put this onto the plank of wood and I try to pop this on and off, see how this is kind of like pliable? What'll happen is probably it might break over time, and if I just try to put screws in here, it'll bend down. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a block of wood here, a block of wood here, so this way when I screw this down, it's going to be a lot more durable. But the only problem is there's sort of a gap. So I have like extra foam from the house, like from the other ACs, you know, stuff to block windows and stuff. This kit also AC came with one. We'll show you how to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of utilize this foam in here just so there's no like a blowback at all. I want to try to get as much heat out and not coming back. So you can see there's sort of like a gap there and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this black foam in here. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to put these pieces on, and then I have enough of this white foam. What I'll do is I'll put around this edge here, and then I'll screw this onto that block so this way it goes. And then I have some of this extra black foam, which I might put in the inside. I'm going to go a little bit crazy, but I really want to seal this as best as possible. And I want to make sure that when I pop it on and off every season, it's not like breaking or popping. So I'll put one screw here, here, and here, and this way it'll be on there pretty tight and I don't have to worry about it. So let's go ahead and do that. Basically, I have this black foam here. So what I'm going, let me see, unless I use the white one, let's see. The white one is not too... I have this foam here too. Let's put the black. We'll just shove it in there, screw it. I mean, I got all this foam sitting in the, what you call it? It's like sitting in my laundry room, and it's just collecting dust. I haven't been really using it or anything, you know. So there's no sense of letting this dry rot and stuff when I can kind of do this. I know it's kind of looks like it's a little overboard, but screw it. You know, it doesn't really matter in the long run. As long as this kind of works, I'm happy. So, this kind of came off here. So, like I said, I'm trying to do this the poor man's way, where whatever stuff I have in the house, I just kind of want to use. So this way, I don't waste materials or spend more money than I have to. Okay, so now that that's done, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab some Gorilla Glue. Just a little bit of glue to sort of kind of help it stay in place. Hopefully this stuff isn't... I never used this stuff. Wow. I cut these pieces of wood just so it's, you know, I thought I had a perfectly wood that would fit into this, but sadly it doesn't. Why? Man, I hate that. Jesus, did this stuff like, I think this is squeezing out of the bottle. My hand's got glue all over it already. Oh well. Or no, at least I think I got it from over there. Okay. That's what happened. Let's grab a paper towel so I don't glue my hands all over the place. Okay. Yep. Glue everywhere. Let me go get my Insta set. Hold on. I think it'll work. Going to have to, whatchamacallit, use some acetone. Get all this stuff off. Yeah, I think that works. I think that works for Gorilla Glue and like Super Glue. Those who don't know, Super Glue, BSI Gel Glue, and if you have like an Insta set or Zip Kicker, it sort of sets it in. Alright, so we're going to kind of let this dry a little bit, get some of this glue off my hands, and then we're going to attach this onto that plank of wood. And then after that, I just got to see if I could drill up there. I did drill the hole for, whatchamacallit, the other vent too. We're going to put up, I have some of this foam that came with the thing. We're going to kind of split it. I'll show you guys what I'm going to try to do. But this, yeah, this is going to work pretty good. Alright, so I got this all set up. I know I probably should have put washers on here, but sadly I just didn't have any more. The washers I have are way too big. But I think this is fine. This is on pretty good. It's nice and sturdy. It's all sealed. So what I did is I had some extra foam, so I put this here. So when this pushes against there, there's going to be, it's more like, I think, 2 inches deep. But this sort of just kind of helps a little bit of a blocker between the heat exhaust and the airbrush booth fumes. It's not the end of the world. So I thought I had other foam, but the foam that came with the AC unit, there's actually this sticky foam that's actually thinner. And like I said, I'm never using this stuff for their setup, and if I had to, I could do it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this foam along the edge here. I'm going to cut some of this off to kind of do this. So this way, when I put this against the piece of wood, it's got a little bit of foam for any kind of venting. Because like I said, this is going to be also staying up there during the winter because I'm not going to close the vent. I'll kind of show you real quick. Let me see if I can get the camera up there. Hold on. So you can kind of see. So the screen is there. I cleaned it all out, and that's the door. And I don't want to close that door and cut the holes in it because that door was really good, whoever did this. And I figure if there's ever a resale value of the house down the line, I could just pop this piece of wood out and then the door's just there. Yeah, I don't want to go crazy with all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this foam around this edge, just like around here, just to have a little extra sealing in case it's not butted up perfectly against it. And then I'm going to nail this up, and then I should connect everything and just set up the hose a little bit better, and we should be done. So let me get that going. Alright, so we are pretty much done. Everything's hooked back up, tested. I'm going to kind of get the camera up there to show you guys what it looks like. It's kind of funny. Yesterday we put in the panel for the electric, and then today it's absolutely beautiful out. I got the windows open. I'm in the garage working on this because I figured let me do this now before anything happens. So this is sort of the poor man setup with everything that I have, so you can kind of see the way it's set up in there. I really like the way it looks now. It's nice and good. It's got both sides. Now, I know my friend said that I could get like metal automatic shutoffs or kind of like lever shutoffs for the hose up there. And then if I did that, it probably would look pretty cool. You could just kind of put the hose up and kind of turn it off. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it like this. Like I said, I'm just utilizing everything I have in the house without going out spending any money. I just like to do that. It's a lot more fun for me, like customizing statues. I figure instead of going out there dropping like another 20 bucks, 15 bucks, $30 to get all this extra stuff, we'll see how this runs for the year. Now, the only downside I could think of is if like the wind ever blows really bad or we have a gust wind, it could pop that piece out because it's not as secured up there. So if that starts to happen, what I'll do is I got this metal stuff here. So what I could do is I could go up there and just kind of bolt like a piece around it just to kind of hold it on if I need to. And if that starts causing issues, then what I'll do is next year I'll get another plank of wood and then I'll get like an automatic shutoff thing and I'll kind of throw it up there. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. This worked out pretty well. So I utilized a bunch of stuff that was collecting dust. The AC is working perfectly. Sorry about the noise, but like I said, it's a beautiful day out and everybody's outside right now. So this kicks on pretty well, and I got no heat pushback coming back here anymore. There's no heat coming down or anything like that. The only heat I'm getting from is from the hose, but that's not the end of the world. So I'm pretty happy with it. So that's my little updated system. So the AC, poor man's AC is working pretty good. I think, like I said, when the winter time comes, I could just pop that out up there, pull this down, get it out of my way. And then what I could do is, you know, click on the hot one for there, and I am all set. So I got to thank my friend and his next door neighbor for coming down to help me out with this panel. Now I got a nice, good, strong plug over here in case, you know, maybe I need to use some stronger power tools too, and I'm not having the AC running. I can also do that. And we're pretty good. So I think I'm going to be running this for the next couple years, and I think this is all I really need. I don't think I need to do the whole split unit or any of that other crap because there's no reason for it. So there you go. That is my updated cool Sin setup, and also showing you guys the hot one with the panel. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more videos.